And we've cut across to this latest piece of information that has just come in. The Supreme Court is all set to resume the conversion hearing on next Monday. Supreme Court will be hearing this plea on forced conversion on the 5th of December is what is just coming in. And of course, we heard from this morning how forced conversion is a very serious issue, as the Supreme Court has also made the same statement. The government also putting out in its affidavit several measures of how this can be dealt with while putting the onus on states. But the matter that will resume on next Monday, dated the 5th of December. Ridhim Anand Bhardwaj is with us on the phone line to give us details of this very latest development. Over to you, Ridhim.
Absolutely. Let's tell our viewers that the post-conversion hearing today saw two things. One, the central government files its affidavit today in the top court when they give out details about it. And the second is, once the hearing started, it's of course been put for Monday, but the PIL that was seeking for a law against post-conversion, the Solicitor General told the bench of Justice Shah that there is a detailed reply, a 9-page reply that has been filed by the central government. Justice Shah then said, all right. There was a bit of an intervener argument in the court, which I don't want to go into right now. I will in just a minute. But the main sacrosanct features of today's hearing is when the Solicitor General said there is a law in the country in several states, and some of them have a law, some of them don't. The Supreme Court said, all right, we shall hear this matter on next Monday. There was a lot of talk about one intervener who tried to say that they were upset. They were talking about the purity of the PIL. And they were questioning it. This is one lawyer, Hegre, tried to do this when Justice Shah said we will collect information from all the states. Our experience is more states will be implemented. Some states will also ask for time. It's a short affidavit. They've also told the central government to file a quick affidavit. Let me just recount what's happened in the case today. Therefore, there are three quick points that we want to make. Breaking news that's coming in. The post-conversion hearing happened in the Supreme Court of Justice Shah. Justice Shah has stated that they will hear the matter. I think the biggest breaking news headlines that is coming right now, and I'll just give it to our team right now, is the Supreme Court has given a big indication that they do want this case to have all the states implemented. That means this PIL that's asking for post-conversion law to be there is getting bigger. It's going to get massive because all the states will have to give reasons as to whether they have a post-conversion law or whether they don't. The second thing that's very crucial is the central government files an affidavit. I do believe today morning when the central government filed its affidavit, that was the big breaking news. However, now that the Supreme Court has hinted that they do believe all the states need to be implemented, they've also asked the central government file a longer affidavit. That means after obtaining information from states, that means the court is here to do business. They want the post-conversion law to be a reality. Remember, in the last hearing, the Supreme Court bench had stated this is a very serious matter. There is conversion that is happening in India and it should not be happening. I do believe their exact words in the last hearing were, that was on 14th of November, Justice Shah and Justice Hema Kohli had termed post-religious conversions a very serious issue. They warned there will be a danger to national security, the fundamental rights of citizens to freedom of religion and conscience if such conversions are stepped. So that means steps should be taken. Even in the last hearing, the Solicitor General had told the court that the apex court post-religious conversions are rampant in tribal areas. Over the past few weeks, Soesha, we have done several detailed reports from tribal areas and from other areas where we've shown how post-conversion is taking place. We've collected data, we've had political information and reactions right here on the public TV. But the big breaking news that's coming in now, the Supreme Court is now asking for implementation of the states. It's asking now that I want the central government to be filing a larger affidavit. It's possible in the next Monday hearing we shall be seeing a long hearing in this to ensure that a post-conversion law becomes a reality through the country, because the court has already said it's our democracy that has to be seen, our national security that is a matter of concern. So three quick news points. The central government files its affidavit. The Supreme Court makes it evident they want this to be gone into details, and this case will now be heard on Monday.
Absolutely. And Ridhim, I also want you to throw light on what had happened this morning, especially of the details mentioned in the centre's affidavit, clearly saying that public order is a state subject, freedom of religion does not include right to convert, and talking about Article 25 that does not include right to convert.
Yes, so that is what the state government said, and I'll just go The Supreme Court hints all the states are to be implemented and also asks the center to get information from the states and file a larger affidavit. This is not something that that they have to do, but court has asked that this could possibly be done in the next few hearings. Also asks the center to get and file a larger affidavit. So when you're talking about what happened today inside the courtroom, I also want to tell you in that central government's affidavit that has been filed, the Supreme Court has made a few points which I've just written down. So basically, Soesha, they've gone into great details of the law. When the central government has said we are against forced conversion, this should not be a reality, they've gone into certain cases that had clearly stated how Article 25 needs to be read. Article 25 talks about the freedom to propagate religion, but they said propagate does not mean that one can by coercion try and take away that religious force people to be converted through deceitful means. The other important aspect in this 9-page affidavit filed by the central government is if an attempt is made to raise communal passions on the ground some of it has been forcibly converted to another religion, it would in all probability give rise to an apprehension of breach of public order. That means they've gone into Article 25 and said if someone tries to do forced conversion, then this will not be applicable under the right to religion that is given under Article 25, because subject to public order means that you cannot forcibly convert someone. Finally, in the end of this 9-page affidavit, the Supreme Court has written that they do believe that steps are being taken. Steps should continue to be taken. They are thinking it's a very serious matter. They've taken cognizance of it. And some states have passed a law and some have not. So quickly speaking, the central government files an affidavit in the Supreme Court. But the most important thing, as soon as the hearing started, the central government appearing for the central government, the Solicitor General of India told the Supreme Court that we have filed an affidavit. We are cognizant of the matter, and also stated very, very clearly some states have a law, some don't have a law. The bench of Justice Shah that has been hearing this matter has very clearly stated that Justice Hema Kohli and Justice Shah have stated that they will hear the matter next Monday. They've also stated that they would like the states to be implemented. They would like the central government to pass a larger law.
All right, Rhythm, I want to thank you for joining us with all these details.